Welcome, Brother Sewing and Crafting family. We are live on the Brother Facebook and YouTube page, and we are so excited. We have such a great show for you today and a lot of fabulous guests. So, something that has never happened before, we got access to the video that they used at Back to Business. You always hear about the stories, you see all the videos. Now, this year was virtual, right? So you didn't get all the fun, crazy Facebook Lives that a lot of us do. But we did get the video, and you're going to get a first close-up preview of all the new products. So no more questions about it. We'll be here to answer them, by the way. And I've got a slew of people to hear. We have brand ambassadors. We have brother educators. This is going to be awesome. So say hi, say where you're from. I see you all rolling in. And to get started, I'm going to just bring this up here for you, and I'll see you in a second.
Welcome to Brother's first virtual Back to Business event. The Brother team has been hard at work developing products that will help you grow your business and attract new customers. At this exclusive dealer event, you'll be joined by Brother executives and members of the product management, education, and marketing teams as they walk you through the new for 2021
lineup in a format so fun, so advanced that you won't want to miss it. Enjoy the same hands-on experiences just like you would at a live Back to Business event, such as test drive and the classroom sessions. Are you ready for the big reveal?
I lost myself for a minute. Sorry, I was muted. So I'm going to bring in all of we have some brother brand ambassadors and educators, and I'd love for you to give them a warm welcome. We have Cindy. How are you?
I'm great. How about you guys?
Yes. Cathy?
Hello.
Welcome.
How's everybody doing?
Awesome. We've got Lewis in the house.
Hey, Lewis.
Oh, I got Lewis. Lewis is muted. Well, Lewis, unmute yourself. We've got Amellia. Wonderful to see you. Joanne.
Hey, everybody.
And Jerry. Oh, my goodness. Is this going to be fun or what?
Hi, everybody.
Indeed.
I think I'm unmuted now, Angela. Good morning, everyone.
Hello, Lewis. So, everyone, give everyone a warm welcome. We have a great show for you today. So, we are going to go through here. You're going to get the first view of a lot of these new products. And then we're going to take little breaks, take questions from you, and tell you some of our favorite things. And, of course, show samples to inspire you. But before we get started, Jerry, I got to ask. I can't give everything away because they're going to watch videos, but give us one of your favorite, if you could just narrow it down to one of your favorite new things for this year. Put you on the spot.
Do you hear you?
I don't know.
Must be a delay.
Okay,
Jerry?
so Joanne, what's your...
Let's see. Oh, always a tough question. I think, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think my favorite thing that they've done is that new hoopnetic magnetic hoop. That's just...
It's amazing, yes.
Definitely.
Amazing.
Amellia, what's your favorite so far?
There's so many, Angela, but I would say off the bat, of course, the new SDX 225 fabric bundle machine. You guys are going to hear so much more about that in a little bit. And I have to say the XV2, I mean, what a beautiful machine, right? And all of the different things that come with it. Very excited about those two products.
I agree. Lewis, do you got a favorite? I mean, I know there's a lot, but do you have
There is a lot, Angela. There's so much. It's hard to pick just one. I would probably say the auto fill in your background with your stippling and your echo quilting. There's a new feature there that you guys are going to be really excited about.
I love that one too. Cathy?
Oh, I love all the new fills and all the manipulation that you can do with those fills. The random shift. It's just amazing the different looks that you can get with all the different fills. It's just fantastic.
And Cindy.
Well, there's a lot there, and I could try to decide which machine do we want to talk about, and they've gotten most of the big things, but I'll have to say mine is a little item, but it is the bomb. Being able to change the order of stitching in my ordering. That I've been wanting forever, and we've got it, and it is so great because you can do it right there on the machine.
I love that. And Jerry's internet's going in and out, but I'm going to see if he, I think he's got it. Can you just tell us your favorite feature, Jerry? It's got to be the quilt behind him.
I'm sorry, my internet is poorly right now. The video and the audio is real choppy. So let me switch over to different internet access and see if that helps.
Sounds good. We're going to take Jerry out for a sec while he fixes that. But while we're doing that, let's take another look at the video. All right. Are you ready for this?
Yes,
indeed.
I'm excited to be here today and share with you some very exciting products and accessories. Let's dive right into our new for 2021 lineup, starting with 2 new bundles for ScanNCut DX. But before we do that, I'd like to remind you why customers choose the Innovis Edition dealer models, the ScanNCut DX lineup that is exclusive to the dealer channel. You know, a recent ScanNCut DX user study revealed that a majority of dealer customers are using the machine for fabric cutting. The ScanNCut sold with a Stellaire or Luminaire is what we call the perfect pair. What makes ScanNCut DX different from the competition? Well, that's the blade sensor technology, seam allowance, sewing guidelines, standalone, no PC required, thin fabric auto blade, embroidery file readability, up to 600 DPI scanning function, the fact that it cuts up to 3 millimeters in thickness, and the built-in storage. Only your dealer models have the embroidery file readability, and that built-in value alone is over $400. In response to user and dealer requests, we have created 2 new bundles that I'm excited to reveal today. The new SDX 225F and the SDX 230DX are the same great machines with features that your customers know and love. We have added a fabric mat to the SDX 225F and a fabric keychain project to get your customers started right out of the box. Our new fabric mat has a tacky adhesive to secure the material for cutting and can be used multiple times. It is specifically designed for thin fabric and flannel for quilt pieces. Let's go to Jane Manzoris, brother brand ambassador, who will walk us through this new bundle and how it appeals to quilters, crafters, sewers, and DIYers.
Let's talk about fabric.
Introducing the latest addition to the ScanNCut family. It's the ScanNCut DX Innovis Edition SDX 225F.
This machine, the SDX225F, has all the great features and accessories that you already love when it comes to your ScanNCut, like the large 5-inch display screen, blade sensor technology, the standard tack mat, and it's the only cutting machine with built-in scanning ability. And oh yeah, by the way, it's whisper quiet, so you can create things while the baby is sleeping or when your husband's taking a nap, even late into the night. Here's the difference. The SDX 225F comes with a fabric bundle, which means you get the new fabric mat, which makes fabric cutting a cinch. And you also get a really cool fabric keychain project to get you started. And it will definitely inspire you to make even more great projects with fabric. Now, this machine is perfect for sewers and DIYers and quilters. It's what you need, really. It's fabric cutting made easy because you get the new fabric mat. And guess what else? The fabric mat and the project already come in the box, so you can get started right away. And even more good news, you don't have to buy any additional software needed to cut fabric because it's already built into your machine and ready to go with the touch of a button. And you know what else? The SDX 225F can read PES and PHX files, so it's really a great crafting companion to the Brothers Stellaire and Luminaire sewing machines, which means your creativity can soar. I mean, who knows what you're going to come up with next? I can't wait to see.
That's great, right? No more need to attach a high-tack fabric support sheet when cutting fabric. Now, let's talk about the SDX 230DX. We added not only the new fabric mat, but also a new Disney Auto Blade kit valued at over $99. Let's go to Angela Wolf, who will walk us through this fantastic new bundle and what's included in the new Disney Vinyl Auto Blade kit.
Hey, Angela Wolf here. Look what has arrived. The Disney ScanNCut DX, a Novus Edition SDX 230 DX limited edition. So let's see what's in the box. So this ScanNCut comes with 3 mats, the standard tack mat and the low tack mat, which you might be familiar with. But what about this new one, fabric mat? I am so excited about this. No more need to put an extra sheet on here. This will cut your fabric. All right, for those of you that like to draw with your ScanNCut or mark your fabric, here we have the pen holder, 6 markers, 2 wash away markers, which are great for marking fabric. And we also have the universal pen holder, which allows you to use any marker you want to. You've seen this in the past, but it's definitely one of the favorites. Now let's talk cutting. So the auto blade makes it so simple to get started cutting with your ScanNCut. It can determine how thick your paper, fabric, whatever your cutting is, and adjust the pressure accordingly. No more cutting through the mats. The SDX 230 DX still comes with the half cut, which allows you to cut through the vinyl and not the paper. But even better, the first ever vinyl auto blade. The vinyl auto blade has a precision tip that allows you to cut the most intricate designs. Check this out. So if we're going to have this awesome vinyl blade, we need some more designs, right? So there's more. So included in this limited edition, we have an entire Disney vinyl auto blade kit. There are 2 activation cards, one which includes 21 patterns. Look at these gorgeous designs. It also includes a tiling function and weeding box function. And since we're big Disney fans, there are an additional 34 Disney patterns to cut with vinyl. Talk about customizing your next party. Take a second look at some of these designs. How in the world are we going to cut that? No worries, the roll feeder is included in this limited edition. And for those that like to bring a little bling to the party, there's a rhinestone trial kit. The rhinestone kit includes 3 template sheets, which feels velvety, 3 transfer sheets, and a backing, a positioning brush, which pushes those rhinestones into place, a rhinestone pickup tool, and 3 different kinds of rhinestones in various colors. You can see this is a project I'm working on right now. This one's built into the machine, and I'm all ready to add my rhinestones. Before I show the last few things in the box, let me show you how to store all of your supplies. You turn the machine off, the lid goes down, this opens up, and these pop open like this. You have a little bag to put all of your supplies in. There's room for all the pens, both your pen holders, all of your blades. I wanted to remove this blade. Just pop that out. Put the lid on, and all of those fit neatly in here. Close these, just goes up, and we're ready to go. Also included in the box is a roll of iron-on fabric applique contact sheet. You press this to the back side of your fabric, and then you can cut out your appliques. And then your appliques will press in place and make it easy to sew. Speaking of applique, did you know the SDX 230 DX can read PES and PHX files? So if you're working on your Stellaire, your Luminaire, and you're doing an applique, this one will cut it out for you. So the first step is to set up your Canvas Workspace account. There are a lot of free projects in there, and you can create your own. And guess what? It can talk to the machine. It has Wi-Fi. Included in the box is a quick start guide with some cardstock, and it shows you how to make this adorable bag. Well, that about covers it. I think you'd agree there are a lot of awesome things in this limited edition. So what's your first project going to be? I'm off to cut some vinyl to customize some coffee mugs for our boat. Again, I'm Angela Wolf. See you soon.
Thanks, Angela. Perfect for creating projects.
Let me unmute everyone and get this. I think I've got everyone. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I hear one little echo. And we have another guest, Coleen.
Hi,
Welcome to the Coleen.
Hi.
So what do you guys think? This is fantastic. I love the ScanNCuts. In fact, I have my little bag that I made.
How adorable.
I know. And actually, it's Wynn's birthday on Sunday, so I thought I'd fill this with chocolate. So I'm even going to get use out of it.
Oh, no. That is the get started project.
So if you guys have questions for us, we would love to take some. And also, Amellia, I have to ask, what this fabric mat? I absolutely love it. I've been asking for that for a long time. I'm so excited about this.
Yes, so the fabric mat is absolutely wonderful. And I actually saw some comments on there about the high tack fabric support sheet. So no more, you don't have to, peel your high-tack fabric support sheet and put it on a mat. This is going to do all of that for you right here. And you know it's fabric because it's going to have the tan marking down here to match your thin fabric auto blade. And another thing about the 225F that we just spoke about, you're actually getting a fabric keychain project in the box. I saw a few people had mentioned just the projects that come with the machines. The fabric keychain project is a great way to get your feet wet with the ScanNCut and your sewing machine. So I'm super excited about this product.
I'm very excited. I've used that and I really like it. I mean, for years we've had to put that little extra sheet on there, but I have to tell you, it cut my little appliques perfectly. Cindy, have you tried it yet? Anybody else in here?
Oh, most definitely. It's bomb. And we've got questions here asking us if it works with older models. It works with any DX model.
Yeah.
It's okay. We got that for you. Yes, it does. And I'm just going to bring up, I see a few more here. There's a few of those, but these will answer all of them. And those of you that have joined later, don't forget you can share this to your own page and you can watch the rerun. We're also live on YouTube as well. All right, let's see. I saw a couple more on here. Will the fabric sheet, here you go.
Will the fabric sheet go with?
That's the one with the DX that Cindy just answered about. Yes, it will, as long as it's a DX model.
650 and 550, no, but the DX series machines, it will. 225s, 230s.
Yep.
Right, it has to have the auto blade.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, so I answered a lot of those.
The fabric mat won't work on your CM series model. So anything with the DX in the ScanNCut name, it'll work with those series. Anything before that, you'll have to use the older mats for.
Yeah, we used to use the fabric sheet, and that really gives a little thickness. So the auto blade would detect that thickness. Now with the fabric mat, the auto blade doesn't have to detect that thickness, and it can cut it out perfectly every time.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you don't have to put a layer on to your existing mat and turn one of your mats into a fabric mat. It now is a dedicated mat. That's what I love about it.
I love that.
It really is extremely
What size does the mat come in, guys?
So right now it's just a 12 by 12. It looks like Linda Colwell is kind of peeking into our future. So thank you for that feedback. We will definitely be considering that for future ideas for the mats.
Ella just wants some ideas of what fabric you like to cut. So why doesn't everyone just say one of the different fabrics that you love to cut with it?
Well, I have the little dress here. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Oh, that's
Let me bring you up.
The little
That's super cute.
Cut with the applique. And the drawings on the pot were done with the pen. So I used the pen in the ScanNCut and the cut to cut out the applique.
Oh, and today's teddy bear day. Today's teddy bear day. Perfect.
Oh, yes, it is.
I did not know that.
I did not know that either. Well, that was a good example right there. So I know you obviously use a lot of cotton. Does anybody else have any other fabrics that you might use to cut that? Go ahead, Joanne.
I love cutting vinyl because you can cut up to 3 millimeters thickness with the ScanNCut. So that's pretty cool.
And
I have a friend who cuts a lot of vinyl on hers, and she even cuts it with 2 layers of the vinyl. So it's still under 3 millimeters, but cuts it like butter.
And now with that new vinyl blade that we have, it'll be so much easier because this blade, let me tell you guys, it really does help with the precision of vinyl, heat transfer vinyl, craft adhesive vinyl. It can cut like butter. So definitely check this out if you guys haven't already. But in terms of cutting on the fabric mat, I actually like to cut cotton, but I've also cut felt on there as well. And that's also just a fun project, you know.
And fabric-backed cork. You can cut fabric-backed cork too.
So pretty much anything that can go under the rollers that'll fit is going to give you a nice cut, except if you can shred it with your fingers, that won't be good in ScanNCut. So like a craft vinyl, that's not necessarily a craft felt. A wool felt would be great. So, but a craft felt. So you want any fiber that's got to have some stability to it. I also just received a message from the office, and that if you're going to use the fabric mat and you already have a DX model, you will need to do the update in order for your machines to recognize it. Right. So
Good
there
point.
is an update out.
That's very important.
And I see some questions about the fabric mat being included in current models, and I just want to address that really quickly. So the fabric mat is coming in the SDX 225F and the SDX 230DX. So those are the new bundles that your dealer will have in store either now or very shortly.
So F225F as in Frank, right? And then X. Okay.
And you can buy it as an accessory if you don't have the 225F or the 230DX.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Janet, you'll just have to contact your local brother dealer and you'll find out when these will be available. Okay, so I don't think I missed any other. What's the purpose of the rollers? Someone wanted to know. That's a great question, Pat. If you're going to have a party, it's going to be really great.
So the roller, I'm assuming they're talking about the roll feeder?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Okay, so the roll feeder is really great for cutting really long vinyl projects, right? So you can actually cut up to 6 feet in length on your craft adhesive vinyl. And what I've used it for in the past is actually decorating rooms, right? So it is removable. The Brother Craft adhesive vinyl is removable. So I've put it on things like walls, decorated rooms, any kind of large format projects you want to do. The roll feeder is really great for that.
Yep, that sounds good.
I've used that one a ton, and I used it on banners.
Oh, yeah.
So banners like happy birthday. If you go to a restaurant, you have a happy birthday Joe banner and you can sit it at the table. It's really a nice attraction, and it takes no effort at all to do it. I've done a bunch of those, and I've also done the ones included in the machine because they are beautiful.
They really are. So Renee wants to know how to update. So this update and the upgrade are a little bit different.
Yes. So to update any kind of firmware, so if Brother is pushed to new firmware, we always say to kind of keep your firmware up to date. You can actually go to Brother Solution Center online and download that new firmware. But in terms of updating, you can kind of, or upgrading, I guess I could say, is just kind of speak to your local dealer to see what programs they're currently offering at the store level.
All right, so I know we're going to get into, go ahead, Louis, go ahead.
Sorry, now if you're talking about the ScanNCut, you also have updates that can be done wirelessly. So if you have the wireless, your machines, even on your Luminaires, your machine will tell you when there is an update available and ask you, do you want to put it in? So you can update wirelessly. Upgrades need to be done hard with the USB, but an update. And so your differences are up, and this is just like Windows or Microsoft or anyone. Updates are free, upgrades you purchase. So that's the difference between an update and an upgrade. You know, Windows update, but Windows 8 to Windows 10, you probably purchased. My friend came to visit us. I don't know if you could see him.
Let me bring you up here. Oh.
This is just on vinyl. So this was for Labor Day we had a little picnic with a few friends over, and this was just a way to keep everybody's water bottle separate so that everybody knew, and I can take this out, the plastic. Everyone knew whose water bottle they had and didn't pick up the extras, but you can use vinyl, you can use glitter. So there's all kinds, and this is one with crystals.
Great idea.
This has crystals.
Since it's Louis, it has bling on it.
Of course. Of course.
I love it. So, hey guys, so I have just a couple things. I think we're going to go ahead and watch the next part because I see a lot of people asking about the new vinyl blade, which we are going to show here in a second. And I saw some other people roll in and say, are we going to be talking about the sewing machines and the embroidery machines? Yes, yes, yes. But we have a little more ScanNCut. So let's take a break and watch that. See if I can bring this up here.
Featuring fun, modern Mickey and Minnie designs. So let's talk accessories. I'm excited to share with you the new for 2021 ScanNCut accessory lineup. As I already revealed, we have added a new fabric mat to our mat lineup. This can be sold as a separate accessory to your existing ScanNCut DX customers. All it requires is a simple firmware update. The new Vinyl Auto Blade series allows you to create detailed vinyl projects, and it's perfect for intricate vinyl patterns and designs. The Vinyl Auto Blade kit includes a tiling function, giving you the ability to make extra large designs by breaking your patterns into separate quadrants. And the weeding function is great for large vinyl projects. Let's take a deeper look at the Vinyl Auto Blade kit that adds the magic of Disney. We are also excited to announce ScanNCut Link, an Adobe Illustrator software plugin which allows you to transfer your designs directly from Adobe Illustrator to your ScanNCut DX machine. And that's not all. We also have new pattern collections. Create a variety of projects with your favorite Disney Frozen 2 characters. The Frozen 2 pattern collection features icons and characters specific to Frozen 2, from Elsa and Anna to favorite phrases. The projects are endless with this collection. The Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse Modern Design Collection provides amazing Disney Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse cut files from Brother. Layer designs to create a dimensional look. Our new Rhinestone Design Collection is perfect for any occasion and can be used on a variety of different items, such as apparel, home decor, and even tote bags. Combine heat transfer vinyl and rhinestones for an elevated look. And our new cork fabric collection is perfect for trendsetters and fabric projects. Lastly, we're excited about our ScanNCut DX playbook, which is now available.
I'm going to mute everyone. I can't before. Sorry, guys. I just have to mute everybody and unmute you so we don't have an echo on the video. So I got to stop here for a second before we get to the massive playbook, which the word got out. Cindy, I got it. But before we go there, which is going to be awesome. So we actually have the author of the playbook. But before we go to that, these extra designs, I have to tell you, I am addicted to cutting vinyl. I also am loving these rhinestones, but I did learn that when you cut the rhinestones, you end up with these little spots everywhere. And I have them all over my studio. I might as well just redo the floor. So I have to ask, who would like to go first about this vinyl blade and the extra accessories going with the ScanNCut? Cindy, you want to take a stab at that one?
It really does cut beautifully. It makes it so much smoother and more intricate designs are cut precision. It just is a beautiful blade.
And the designs that they cut are so tiny. In fact, the first one that I cut, I actually didn't realize that all the pieces came off. And so I stuck it to something. I don't know. I've stuck everything around here. I've got, if it's a cup, if it's sitting still, it's got vinyl or bling on it. Lewis, I might catch up to you with the bling.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Wait, let me see that up close.
And so if you guys can see how thin this is not a traditional glitter vinyl, it's an opaque glitter vinyl. So it is very thin and it is still fusible, but in order to get it to cut that fine on that particular one, we had to use that new vinyl blade. It just made all the difference. It really does.
That's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Wow.
So who would like to just talk a little bit about the different things with that vinyl blade? And I think, Cindy, you and I were talking about it one day, and I was on an embroidery avenue, and you asked me something about the new cutting features.
I don't remember the conversation.
We have too many conversations.
I love the tiling part of
The
it.
tiling feature. She asked me one day about
Oh,
tiling.
yeah.
I was embroidering, and I'm thinking, what does that have to do with embroidery?
The new tiling feature is part of that vinyl upgrade kit, and it makes it to where you can take just the tiny, you can take a huge design and break it up into smaller chunks to where you can put it back together. So you could actually cover your entire wall if you wanted to.
It's also good for layering too, and I used it for that. So if you're doing multi-layers, your tiling function allows you when you want to do multi-layering too, because of the little tiling piece, and it will let you do that. And I thought I saw a really good question that Amellia might could answer about, will the vinyl blade work with an older machine?
So all of our new auto blades, right? So that's everything with these kind of colored caps here. These are for the DX series. So this one in particular does come in the new Disney vinyl auto blade kit, which you're getting the 34 designs and 21 kind of all occasion, botanical, really pretty designs. And then it's also sold as a standalone accessory. So if you want, to purchase this, maybe if you already have a Disney ScanNCut, but you would like the auto blade, you could certainly purchase this as well as a standalone accessory.
Awesome. So now we're going to go into the playbook, and then we're going to be going into the machines. I can see a lot of people dying to get the machines, but there's so much. Before we go to that, you are the author.
Yes, I am.
You want to just give a little insight what's in there, and then I'm going to play this little video?
I tried to cover pretty much everything that you would find in a DX machine. From cutting paper to cutting vinyl to cutting fabric, we tried to cover it all. There are projects that are in there. There's a printable glossary on the USB. All of the cut files that you need are in there. It should get you started along your ScanNCut journey.
I think that's awesome. So let's take a quick look at the video. I'll just bring this up.
Written by brother brand ambassador Cindy Hogan, this book has everything you need, from knowing and understanding what all the buttons do and how to become proficient in cutting almost any material 3 millimeters thick or less. The ScanNCut DX Anovis Edition playbook will assist you with where to find plenty of resources for your ScanNCut DX Anovis Edition electronic cutting machine. Let's go to a quick overview video.
Are you ready to learn virtually everything there is to know about ScanNCut DX? Look no further. The ScanNCut DX Anovis Edition playbook is full of handy tools and helpful tips and tricks to help you along your ScanNCut DX journey. You can use this with any Anovis Edition machine, and as a bonus, we've included Pigpog Lettering Collection 1, educational videos on a USB flash drive, plus bonus PDF printable projects with high-resolution images and step-by-step instructions. This playbook will quickly turn you into a ScanNCut DX Pro. Visit your local authorized Brother Anovis dealer to bring yours home today, and then sit back, grab a cup of tea, and come and learn your ScanNCut DX machine with me.
The ScanNCut DX playbook was developed as a result of the overwhelming requests we received. We have limited quantities, so please talk to your DSM about placing your order today. Now let's go to a product that we know you have been waiting for.
And before we go there, I just have Louis. Louis, I know you have an excellent tip. I think what you just said about the ScanNCut. You want to share that?
Okay, well, I just want to share with everyone that, guys, the reason we're really talking so much about ScanNCut initially, and is because it's new and it's wonderful, and everyone should have one or two or three. But the purpose of us talking about this right now is that your ScanNCut works with your sewing embroidery machine. It is a wonderful pair. Yes, it is standalone. You do not need a machine to work it with. However, having it to be able to work together just gives you more creativity. You can take an embroidery design from your machine, send it to the ScanNCut, and draw a birthday card and never cut fabric, never do anything with sewing. So there's so many wonderful creative things you can do. So that's why we're talking about this. So we want to just ask if you guys will just be really patient with us. That's why we're really talking about ScanNCut right now, because it is the perfect partner for your embroidery machine.
Yep.
I agree, and I love that point. So I saw just a couple more things about the vinyl blade, and let me just see if I can find that question. It was up just a few seconds. First of all, someone asked how to share this. Just share this to your page, and you can watch this over and over, or come back to the Brother Sews page, and you can watch it from the beginning. So yes, definitely. And Deb wants to know, can you use the book with older ScanNCuts?
I don't address blade depth because we don't have to do blade depth anymore, but pretty much the buttons are going to be very similar and the scanning processes will be very similar, but it is directed to the DX machine.
Okay.
Somebody said, does the ScanNCut work with my Dream Machine? The ScanNCut, again, is a standalone product. You do not need a machine for it to work with. However, yes, the Dream Machine, any of our, you don't even have to have that top of the line. If it'll save a PES file, you can use it in your ScanNCut. So guys, please really, it's awesome. This is awesome. So think about that you might not have a top of the line, and that's okay. Hi, Julie.
Hey, Joy.
I think you're muted, Julie. Oh my goodness, is he cute? We have another brand ambassador in the house. Julie, if you could just unmute yourself. I think that if there's just a little...
Sorry, with the baby, muting is always a good idea.
So speaking of ScanNCut, perfect timing.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I obviously love the ScanNCut. It is a machine that I use almost on a daily basis. He has plenty of clothes that were helped along with the ScanNCut to cut vinyl and all sorts of stuff like that. And I will say this, which is these guys are the sewing experts. I am definitely a beginning sewer. But what I can tell you is that I can easily use my ScanNCut to sort of help me along with a lot of my projects with my embroidery machine. Cindy is the goddess of that. But I have found some super easy hacks where I can actually create all sorts of custom embroidery based on the fact that my ScanNCut has a built-in scanner. So I can scan in a custom design and then convert it over to a custom embroidery design using simply applique and stuff like that. He really likes the paper on my table. He's very...
We've got a little crafter in the making.
Exactly. Start him young. Start him young.
Congratulations. How old is your little one?
He is 9 months old, and he is really excited. He doesn't get screen time, so this is a big moment.
So, Julie, what is your with the new blade? Do you have any advice on that, or any? What's your favorite parts of this?
So there are 2 new blades, and I'm excited about both of them. Obviously, the vinyl blade for cutting truly intricate vinyl designs. So if you're doing sort of big general vinyl cuts, your auto blade is still an absolutely fantastic detail blade. But if you want to get down to the super nitty-gritty, those tiny little pieces that make your project really special in vinyl, the ones where you can, practically get a microscope to see how good it is, then the vinyl blade is the thing. It's awesome. The second thing I have to say, and I guess it's not really a new blade, it is the thin fabric auto blade, which I'm excited about because of the fabric mat, right? Because I think a lot of people don't always remember that the thin fabric auto blade is really how you're going to cut all of your, guess what, thin fabric. I always tell people once it has fusible on it, it's no longer thin fabric because that's thin fabric with fusible. So the nice thing is that the new mat matches the blade so that you can easily figure out, which goes with which. And I will say, I obviously have a lot less time to create right now. And this really does make it so much easier for me to get stuff done because, he needs a lot of attention.
Oh, he's so
cute. I think every mom feels that way. So it's very kind.
Super cute. Okay, we bring everyone saying adorable.
Yeah.
Adorable.
You melted all our hearts, Julie. You melted all our hearts.
And Judy wants to know when your videos. You have a YouTube channel.
I do. I have a YouTube channel, and I actually am not lucky enough to have one of the new machines. I have a XTX 230B, which is very close. And you can see a ton of videos that I've made using that one on my channel. I know that they're, obviously with COVID and everything else, some of the new products have been a little slow. So I am as excited as you to get my hands on the cork fabric and all sorts of other fun goodies that are coming our way.
Absolutely. So one more thing before we go into these soy machines, Julie, I got to ask, what is the first thing that you have made for
this little guy? Let's see. What have I made for you that you've liked? Well, we didn't make this t-shirt, but we have made a lot of t-shirts, onesies, and stuff like that. We're making some mobiles. We have outfitted the nursery. There's some wall art and actually some little stuffed toys, because for me, well, earrings are in big trouble. One of the things that I think is really nice is that, you know, I can easily like just make a pattern and just cut it out twice with my ScanNCut, stitch it together, stuff it, and baby, we're done. I've even done some custom fabric, because you can use a ScanNCut to draw. So you can draw a design on your fabric, right? And it looks really cute, doesn't it? It looks really cute. You're not as excited about this as I thought you would be.
He's pretty excited. So I can see a lot of very awesome baby birthday parties coming up with all of the things that you can do out there.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah. All right. So are we ready to take a quick look at what's coming next on the video? Does anybody have any more comments about this before I roll on?
Let's roll.
I think that they're all excited to see the new machine.
All right, let's roll.
It's the Luminaire 2. With all the great features you love that made the original Luminaire a sensation, plus even more features to enjoy. Now you can enjoy all of the advanced features of the Luminaire, such as the revolutionary Stitch Vision technology, plus brilliant new quilting innovations and app-based features available from your mobile devices. Sewing technology has just gone from light years ahead to light years beyond. The Luminaire 2 is perfect for quilters who want to dabble in embroidery and perfect for embroiderers who want to try their hand at quilting. We call it quilt broidery, and we'll walk you through some of those features in just a bit. 2 new mobile apps, My Stitch Monitor, that allows you to receive machine notifications on your mobile device and alert you when threads need to be changed, and My Design Snap to capture line art or an illustration and send it to your machine to be converted to embroidery data. This machine works fantastic with 2 new optional accessories. Our exclusive magnetic sash frame from our new Hoopnetic series and a magnifying lens. Endpoint sewing allows you to stop your stitch exactly where you want it with the Innovi technology and our new Snowball endpoint sticker. The Luminaire 2 has our enhanced My Design Center with 42 decorative fill options inspired by geometric shapes, leaves, basket weaves, and bubbles, and 1,322 built-in designs, including 192 Disney. Now, let's talk about quilt broidery. This machine has features that are perfect for quilters who want to dabble in embroidery or for embroiderers who want to try quilting. The Luminaire 2 has 5 options of 2-color quilt sash designs, perfect for eye-catching colorful borders. We have also added 5 hexagon shapes to give you more options. Choose from a single or triple stitch for quilt sashing to let your stitches stand out on your projects. Let's watch a video. This machine is a dream for quilters. Also, new to Luminaire 2 is endpoint sewing. Utilizing the camera-like feature in the Innovi Plus technology, you can now stop your stitch just by placing our new Snowball endpoint sticker on your project. How cool is that? No more unfinished stitches.
All right, I'm going to bring everyone back up here. Oh my gosh, make sure I unmute everyone. Okay, that machine is amazing.
Such good stuff, I'm telling you.
I'm reading the comments and people are thinking, oh my gosh, this thing is amazing. So who would like to go first on how awesome this is? Coleen?
Wow, there's too much to talk about, but I have to say that endpoint has become my friend.
Yep.
Endpoint is really nice because you're accurate every time and you don't have to think about it. So I do a lot of quilting pieces. And if you just put that little thing right there at the end, it just stops right perfectly and you've got a perfect 1/4 inch every time. It's amazing. So I love it.
It is.
It's so
Lewis,
easy. That's
Cindy?
I think the biggest thing is that it is so easy. This machine is it's so simple and it's got so much. It's going to make your sewing easier. And anytime something's easier, you do it more. You know, if it's hard, you don't want to do it again. But if it's easy, you repeat it. So you will live at this machine. Say goodbye to your friends, your husband, your life, whatever. You're going to live at this machine.
No, I had one older guy tell me, at least now that he bought her that machine, he'd know exactly where she was.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Cathy, what would you like to say about the machine?
Well, what I love about Brother as a whole is they let you customize the machine to your likings. If you want to lower the foot with the lever, you can. If you want to use a button or if you want to use the foot pedal, you customize it to what makes you happy and what makes you smile. And you can learn with the machine. As they add more, you can learn more. You don't have to know it all at once. You can do it gradually. Get the great machine and just learn it and take it step by step because it's amazing. You will be just flabbergasted at what it can do.
I agree. Joanne, I saw you're dying to say.
I am dying to say this. I just think one of the greatest things is how good this machine makes you look, because we know, sewing is all about precision, and the more perfect things look, the better you look, and this makes it easy. So it's, Brother is at your side, right? There to make things easy, so you look good.
That is definitely. Cindy, I know you've got something that you're going to be showing here shortly, but you can't tell that part yet. But what else do you love about it? Because it's absolutely amazing. Oh, is Cindy muted? Cindy is muted, or we can't hear Cindy. We'll wait 1 sec while she gets her volume back on. So I would have to say, I have been playing on this machine a lot because I put together a master class, which we'll be talking about here shortly. But there are so many features on this machine that I actually went through the entire manual which I never read manuals, but I did for this just to make sure I wasn't missing something. And I can't even tell you my favorite. I love going in my design center and then I'm overplaying on something else. But I would have to say the endpoint sewing is absolutely addictive. In fact, I made an entire bag where all my lines are like all over the place, and it turned out really cute, but just to play with it. And it's amazing. But the projector feature, that's another one of my favorite.
Right.
So should we watch a little bit more of the video?
Certainly.
Let's do it.
Sounds good.
I want to share an exciting accessory with you. Our patent pending brother exclusive magnetic sash frame from our Hoopnetic series. Hoop thick materials with ease, avoiding fabric shifting and the need to rehoop your fabric. Let's watch a video and see it in action. How many times have you wrestled with heavy fabric in the hoop? I'm here to tell you with our new Hoopnetic series, those days will be over. Now let's take a look at these two new mobile apps that work with your iOS and Android device. We have come a long way in sewing technology. The Luminaire 2 enhanced my design center with our industry-first Innovi Plus built-in camera-like technology offers so many ways to create custom personal works of art. Scan drawings, line art, handwriting, or printed clip art and have it transformed into embroidery data. Get the look of complicated freehand stippling without the use of software or stitch regulation, and choose from 42 decorative fill options. Your customers can receive the benefits of wireless LAN through PE Design 11. This is a must-have attachment to your Luminaire 2 and should be a great selling tool to help close the deal. The wireless LAN also enables you to receive automatic software updates. Simply select automatic download in your settings, and the machine will show you an exclamation mark on the WLAN icon when a software update is available. Let's watch a video of PE Design 11 and the WLAN in action. When you didn't think we could make the Luminaire 2 any better, we have now enabled you to change the background color of the legendary Stitch Vision technology preview area to white, black, or gray. Let's look at the updated projector controls. Now you may be asking, what about the customers that purchased the Luminaire XP1? Don't worry.
You know that I'm going to bring us all back up here now just for a quick, brief moment. Let me unmute everyone. Well. So now that everyone has seen this machine, this is amazing. That projector feature is hands down. That has been the revolutionary thing for the Luminaire 1 and 2, absolutely. And I don't know about you guys, but I find myself checking what stitch I'm going to do right on the fabric all the time.
Exactly.
I love decorative stitches and using the decorative
Me too.
stitches. I think that we buy these embroidery machines and we completely forget. You know, it's like we buy a machine that's $100,000. It has 20 million decorative stitches on it, and all we do is sew straight, do a zigzag, a blind blanket stitch, and embroider. We completely forget about the decorative stitches, but I love using them, and that's a great place to use them.
Yep.
But I like the projection because I'll sew a lot of decorative stitches, and I used to have to test all of them to see what they look like by each other. Now I can project them down and not have to sew all of them out to see what they look like.
Oh my God, it's such a time saver.
See it before you stitch it. See it before you stitch it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So I have to skip ahead. Cindy, welcome back.
Hi.
So, well, you know, that's just what happens. So, first off, that magnetic hoop, I have to say, is amazing. And there's been so many comments rolling through here, so I can't go back and find. I think it was Celeste that maybe asked how the magnetic hoop works on thinner fabrics. Well, you know how much I love to embroider lace, and I use one layer of tulle and one thin layer of stabilizer, and it is gorgeous. It is so easy to use thin fabrics. The reason being is because when you hoop that, you're doing it in little pieces, so you don't stretch the fabric out. So what would you guys like to add about the magnetic hoop? Because I think it's absolutely amazing.
I have done a towel. I mean, most people are worried about doing towels, and this magnetic hoop just did it perfectly. You can float a towel in your regular hoop, but it's going to move. And if you hoop it, it'll get hoop burnt. This is amazing for towels. It does it with no problem at all. It holds the fabric, and it's just gorgeous.
So here's a very common question. Can the magnetic hoop work on any machine? And this is very important. Go ahead, Cindy. You want to take that one?
It is only for the Luminaire. The motor in the arm of the unit is specifically, it's strong enough. If you put it on another machine, although it may fit, it may damage that machine. So it is specifically for the Luminaire machine.
That's very important too. And we're going to see a little bit more about a magnetic hoop with another machine coming up too. But this one's specifically for the Luminaire. And if you are new to watching the Brother Sews page, we do a Facebook Live show on there twice a week. And the last couple of weeks, I've been showing it with every single one of my projects. So if you're curious to know how that goes, just when the live show's finished today, don't leave us yet. Then go back and you can check those out. So the other thing, I just saw somebody say, I feel like that's a baby monitor with my machine because with the app. I think that's amazing. Who would like to talk about that?
Well, I'm a techie person, so I'm not as techie as Cindy, but I love anything gadgety and techie. And, you know, my office is down the hall from, all the way from everywhere else. So to be able to have the app to monitor what's going on at the machine and keep it going is invaluable. But also the new part of the app that I don't think we've talked about yet, have we, guys?
No.
I don't think
there's a new part to the app.
It was Candy. She was the one. Baby monitor it was. Barbara ordered it. Every machine should have this. So let's watch a little bit more and let's see. We've got a lot more to go because we've got this machine and another one coming up. So let's roll for a moment here.
Because to ensure those customers remain happy, we're releasing the Premium Pack 2 Upgrade Kit. By purchasing this upgrade kit, your Luminaire XP1 customers will receive all the added benefits of Luminaire 2. These features include endpoint sewing, 6 new My Design Center decorative fills, triple stitch options for quilt sash patterns, 5 new quilt sash patterns, shorter length embroidery buttonhole patterns, 50 new embroidery patterns, and you can switch the embroidering order of combined patterns. Luminaire XP1 owners also purchasing this upgrade kit will enjoy 5 new hexagon shapes, 2-color quilt sashing, preview designs with 400% magnifier, and My Design Snap mobile app. Let's watch the video. Are you ready to talk about new for 2021 accessories? Perfect for detailed projects, the magnifying lens has 2 layers that you can easily flip down to see without straining your eyes. The magnifying lens easily attaches to your XP machine. Create easy stop points with the Brother exclusive Snowball endpoint stickers. The machine will stop at the sticker position, even if it is in the middle of sewing a pattern. Hoop and embroider thick materials with ease using our new magnetic sash frame you saw in the videos earlier. No need to rehoop the fabric when connecting designs or embroidering large areas. Our dynamic walking foot set allows for beautiful stitched garments and home decor with improved sewing quality. This is a must-have for any sewer with interchangeable presser foot plating for sewing leather and other vinyl materials. Lastly, earlier this month, you received a notice our new pace setter thread was now available, with a thread rack also available for purchase. If you haven't done so yet, please talk to your district sales manager about placing your order today. Now, I'm going to pass it over to another member of HAD's product management team.
Okay, I'm going to unmute everyone, but while I'm doing that, I have to say, there it is. I have it all ready. In case you missed yesterday's live show, I was doing a reverse applique on a knit top, and I haven't finished it yet, so it's still in the hoop, but that is the magnetic hoop, and it looks amazing, doesn't it?
Yes. Yep. That's great.
Very nice.
Oh my gosh, I just love it.
It's so good for so many fabrics.
It's nice.
I mean, it's so many, so versatile.
Yes.
So many uses for it.
Somebody made a comment about the, why maybe they had so many different magnets, but they really designed it perfectly. Those large magnets work to smooth the fabric when you first start out. And if it was too big, if the magnets went all the way from end to end, you could have some ripples in there. But by having the large ones go in there first, and then the 2, smaller ones go on either end of that, then it allows that to, just even out that and clamp that fabric down really well. So it's very well designed. It makes sense to have those many magnets, really and truly.
Absolutely. And you know, the other thing that Joanne, that you're mentioning, especially if you're using thinner fabrics like the tulle and things like that, when I go to hoop that, I usually do a whole sleeve at the same time. That's a big piece of fabric, and I can just keep adjusting until it's nice and flat without having to start all over, I guess I would say.
It is very adjustable, really, truly, very adjustable.
So Sharon wants someone to give tips on how the endpoint sticker works. Who would like to go?
Okay.
Oh, I will.
You go ahead.
It's pretty easy, actually. You just determine where you want your sewing to stop, and you put the endpoint sticker there, and your sewing will come up, and you'll see the machine slow down. You'll actually see a visual cue. There'll be a little line that goes across from the endpoint sticker all the way to your needle, and then it'll come right up to that stopping point, and it'll stop. It's amazing to watch. It's absolutely astounding to watch it be so precise.
Very easy. Very easy.
I have my stickers right here, and I have to hide them because when my nephews come here, they think it's real stickers, but this is the new sticker. I know. So between this and the ScanNCut with all the little dots all over the floor, I'm starting to I need to paint a bunch of circles on the wall, but this is the sticker.
And they're reusable too. They're reusable until they lose their stickiness.
Definitely.
Or unless the nephews get a hold of it, then that's a whole different
Or the cat. In my house, it's the cat. She thinks they're toys.
So I don't know if I can stand up. I can show you again. You know, you guys always talk about girls, but guys, we like. I don't know. Is that going to show on the back?
Oh,
nice.
Oh, I love that, Louis.
That is the magnetic hoop. The magnetic hoop, guys. And then this is again why we talk about ScanNCut. Is a combination of ScanNCut and the embroidery machine working together. Nice. But again, so I use the magnetic hoop for this shirt because there are seams down the back for shaping. So when you try to hoop that, those seams line up right where the hoop is to the inner ring. So I didn't have to worry about that with the magnetic hoop.
Absolutely.
Perfect for jacket backs and denim jackets and work jackets, all those kind of things too.
So not just for quilters.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, and hold up. Speaking of work jackets, I'll hold up this. I was going to show it later, but I'll show it now.
Oh, let's. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Is that leather?
Very nice.
It is not leather. It is a heavy duty. I got on the scale with it this morning. It weighs 3.5 pounds.
Wow.
Oh.
It's a work jacket, an unnamed brand work jacket.
Oh, I love that. So this was a great question from Margaret. Will the endpoint sticker work on a long piece of fabric? Absolutely, because you decide where you want that point. It's when it gets to that point is where it shows. And you'll see in the video, but also in our Facebook Lives, we'll be showing that a lot. So yeah, you could have, in fact, what I started doing is I had all of these pieces and I would just go down, put the sticker in, and then it would just show up at the end. Very easy. Anybody else want to share anything about any of those before I go on?
It uses the projection. So when the machine gets close to where you want it to stop, it's going to see that snowball sticker. And so the projection knows when to stop. So you can sew your long seam and keep sewing. And then when you get close to the end, about 5 inches, you put your sticker down and you're good to go.
Absolutely. It's very easy. And we'll have some videos on that. And if we have time at the end of this show, I'll show it on my machine. But if we don't, I'll make sure I add it to the Facebook Live for next week. Because we have a lot of fun. Go ahead, Cindy.
No math. You don't have to calculate how much space you're on. You don't have to decide how big that stitch needs to be. It will automatically shorten the stitch for you to finish with a complete stitch.
Absolutely.
Right.
That is the best part. It's so easy. I mean, it's a sticker. Like I said, that's it. That's all it is. Yep. All right. So let's see what else we have. We've got a lot more. So bring this up and be sure to keep asking your questions. We'll answer them as we keep going.
Brittany Arena, to unveil a product so innovative and unique in its class, it will leave you in amazement. Brittany, are you ready for the big reveal?
Thanks, Amelia. Now, I have something to show you so exciting that it's been hard for me to keep quiet. A machine that is perfect for embroiderers, quilters, as well as budding entrepreneurs. We say it's perfect for your creative side and perfect for your business side. Allow me to introduce the new Entrepreneur Pro X 1055X. It may resemble its predecessor, the PR 1050X, but don't let that fool you. The PR 1055X is packed with some incredible new features. Some you may already be familiar with from our high-end flatbed machines. Others will blow you away.
Are you ready to up your embroidery game? Good, so are we. With the new Entrepreneur Pro X, it's perfect for your creative side, perfect for your business side. So let's take it for a spin. With 10 needle speed, it'll blow your hair back. With 10 needle auto threading, it's incredibly easy to use. You'll probably run out of ideas before you run out of built-in designs, over 1,100 in total. And with this huge embroidery area, you can let your creativity run wild. Or you can create your own unique designs with My Design Center. Are you a quilter who wants to dabble in embroidery, or an embroiderer who wants to try their hand at quilting? Then go ahead. Add beautiful stippling, echo stitching, or decorative fills to any embroidery design. And with our new magnetic hoop, embroider thick materials super easily. Your fabric will hold tight. No need to rehoop. Just keep sliding and stitching. And check this out. Say you're embroidering a crazy complex design with multiple thread changes. You can check your progress remotely with its cool mobile app, so you can have more me time. But before we do that, let's get down to business and take it for a spin. Because the Entrepreneur Pro X is perfect for growing entrepreneurs like you. With blazing 10 needle speed, versatility, and efficiency. A huge high-def touchscreen LCD for using the best-in-class editing features. And great options for expanding your product line, like this flat brim cap frame for embroidering right up to the brim on almost any hat style. And this tubular frame table for pants and sleeves, plus added support for bigger projects. All working together to help you get your beautiful creations to market fast. And what if your business really takes off? No worries. You can link up to 10 machines together wirelessly. It's time to cut the cord. So you can build an embroidery empire. Okay, well, maybe not an empire, but you can make lots and lots of cool stuff to sell. That's the Entrepreneur Pro X PR 1055X. Perfect for your creative side, perfect for your business side. Which side are you?
This machine clearly stands out as an industry leader in the multi-needle market, with features never before seen on a multi-needle machine. Here are just a few of the things we'll look at individually. Wireless LAN, which enables the use of My Stitch Monitor mobile app. We talked about that feature on the Luminaire too. Now it's also available on the PR 1055X, a 10-needle machine. There are now more built-in fonts than ever before. Even decorative split lettering is included. The enhanced My Design Center has even more amazing tools to work with, including a zoom feature of up to 1,600%. Now that's accuracy. And later, I can't wait to show you the new patent-pending exclusive PR accessories. With the wireless LAN capability and PE Design 11, you can wirelessly send designs from your PC to the machine. But the best part is, you can link up to 10 machines without any cables. Choose from 26 new built-in decorative fill patterns. With the embroidery preview mode now 40% wider, see the selected stippling or fill patterns before you begin to stitch. Of course, stippling and echo stitching are also an option for your creations. Quilt sashing is now included with 20 single color designs and 2 color sashing patterns in single or triple stitching. Remember how I said this was perfect for quilters? The PR 1055X makes it quicker and easier with the spools of thread already set to go. It guides you through how to line up the fabric so the pattern is viewed and positioned correctly before it's stitched out. Check this out. all on a 10 needle machine. Now that's a dream come true. The PR1055X has a new notification system for thread changes and thread breakage. The screen now displays what thread color should be replaced and which needle has a thread break, taking out all the guesswork. You can even toggle the screens.
It went to toggle the screens and then it toggled the screens. That's hilarious. I have no idea what happened there, but it'll show a little bit more. But before we even show that 10 needle is amazing and the questions are rolling in. Oh my goodness. So Cindy, I want you to go first because I would like you to talk about this, the sashing. You've got your setup right behind you, which is gorgeous. I'm going to let you take it away for a minute.
I am thrilled with this machine. It is amazing. Being able to do the auto quilt sash borders on the 10 needle without having to switch my colors is absolutely amazing. Not being, we get intimidated by the 10 needle because it looks so big. But the beauty of it is once you set it up, you don't have to work at it. You can actually set it and forget it. And with a magnetic sash frame, I have a project set up and ready for us to go. Once we start talking, I'll walk you through setting one up with the auto quilt sash borders, and we'll look at that here in a little bit. But the magnetic frame will be backwards compatible with a 1050X after October. There's going to be a hardware update, a software update that will make that frame backwards compatible with a 1050X.
Absolutely. And so I have a lot of people asking, is there an upgrade kit for the last 10 needle? A lot of people are asking about that.
No, there is no firmware on that one. The new stuff is built into it. The accessories are going to be available for the older machines, the legacy machines.
Yes. And before, I know we're talking about the 10 needle, but I've seen so many questions about this. So I'm just going to take over for a minute, and I have this all set up for you. So just give me 1 sec. I'm going to bring this up and just show you what it looks like. Now I'm set up for embroidery, so you're not going to be able to, let me just turn this down just a little bit. I have this set up for embroidery, so I can't show you everything, but I'm just going to show you where that snowman sticker or snowball sticker is on here. So, you can still scroll through and, pick whatever stitch you want. Anything like that. Oh, that's kind of fun. But go through your decorative stitches. But then up here, when you click on here, you still have a lot of these. And then down here, that's the new endpoint sewing. And when you do that, what happens over here, now I can't do it because I'm set up for embroidery. So don't get confused and think you can do this on embroidery. No, this is for sewing. And there you go. And here, you can even, if it will allow you to change the design to end at a complete or just end at where your point is. And you can see that sticker right here. So you would put the sticker and line it up where you want it to stop. You just have to make sure that the end point is on. If you turn it off, it won't work. So you make sure it's on. And when you start sewing, it will automatically read this when it gets within the area of that projector. So I saw so many questions about that. So now you know where it is. And then what you're going to have to do is just come and watch one of our Facebook Live shows, and then you'll see the whole thing. So, all right, Cindy, you ready to show us a little bit more on that?
Yeah, I'll flip over to a different camera. Take me off for a second, and we'll flip.
All right, let me have you flip. And then I'm just going to make sure, make sure the video didn't just stop where it was supposed to stop, because I think there was just a wee bit more. That was it. That was it. It stopped. There was more when we watched it at B2B, and I'm like, where's the rest of it? That was it. All right, so Cindy's ready. I'm going to bring Cindy up here.
Okay, so I have a quilt that I've done. Actually, it's going to be a bench pillow, but it's already set up in my magnetic frame here, so you can see. And I've got the frame popped on here. I don't have it screwed in yet because I wanted you all to be able to see that. But what you do is you measure from edge to edge what you want your dimension, what the dimensions of your project are. And then you go into your auto quilt sash borders. So let's zoom in on my screen so you guys can see what we've got going. Can you see that, Ange?
Yes, we see it wonderfully. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to touch this button right here. You have regular auto quilt sash borders, and then you have 2-color. There are 5 2-color. You can select one and press set. And then you want to choose what size hoop you've got in. I've got my magnetic frame on, so it's 14 by 7 7/8. The width of my project is 21.5. And I'm going to set that. The height of my project is 15.25. I'm going to set that. Now I need to determine what size I want my pattern to be. My border finished is going to be about 3 inches. So to make up for imperfect stitching, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller than that. Not that you all don't serve so perfectly, but sometimes my seams may not be quite straight. This gives me the opportunity to adjust. So I'm going to put in 2.85 and set that. Now, so far it's been really hard, right? We're going to touch next, and it splits it up for me automatically there. If you want to change the colors so that you can see a little bit better when it's on your project, you can come in and choose what colors you want. I think I want my second color to be like a gold. If I can touch my gold. Touch it, and then you push it in your machine's memory. You do have to save it in the machine's memory. You can get rid of it later, but it has to be in the memory to begin with. And then when you bring it up, you touch the project. And this works the same way, basically, whether you're on a Luminaire or whether you're on the 10 needle. You touch, let me return there for a second. So when you touch this, you have different options. Down here are all the separate pieces. So if you wanted to manually align things, or if you wanted to use the separate pieces in a straight line instead of actually doing it as a sashing, you can use one of those at the bottom. We're going to touch this one because this is going to automatically connect for us and tell us how to do the project. You touch set, and it tells you which way to hoop. Now, you'll notice that it knows that I have the magnetic frame on up here. This hoop is going to show regardless of what frame I have on. That's just the way it shows. So my project is hooped. It told me to start at the top left corner, and that's what I've done. I'm going to touch OK, and now it's going to let me align it up. So we're going to touch OK. And I'm going to move my button fast forward so that I can slide it over there a little quicker instead of going real slow. Once I get to my corner, I'll slow down to that one. Where's my stylus? There we go. And then I want to shrink. There's a little red line there, and I want that little red line in my corner. Went a little too far, so I'm going to back it up one. And now I'm ready to go to the next screen. Once you've got your corner in your corner position, you're ready to go to your next screen. And now it's going to tell me to check my angle. So I'm going to go ahead and touch OK. And if my line is lined up, boy, I did pretty good on that one today. I'm going to go ahead and touch. Right. Otherwise, you've changed the angle, but I don't think I've ever been spot on quite. You touch embroidery, and I do need to put my screws in. You want to choose which threads you're going to use. I'm going to close that, and I am going to tell it, because I don't have my colors assigned, that I want number 5. And for this one, I want number 8. And then I'm going to put in the screws because you don't want to run it without your screws. I can set it up without them, but I don't want to run it without it. That would not be a good plan. I didn't put them in because I wanted you guys to be able to see it. All right, Angela, I'm going to go get it going, and you guys can take it away to do something else.
All right, let me just, actually, I just got an email that I got to share with you. Let's see. Looks like we lost Joanne for a minute. Let's see. Oh, here she is, Amellia. I just got this fabulous email, and I thought that you might be the one that should share this.
Sure, yeah. So as you guys know, September is National Sewing Month. So at the dealer, there's going to be some really great promotions going on this month. One of them will be a free ScanNCut DX duffel bag with the purchase of a SDX 230D. They're doing 6-month special financing, 0% APR for 36 months on the VM 5200. They're also even doing 0% APR for 60 months on any sewing and embroidery machine over $7,000 with your sewing or more credit card between September 11th and September 21st. So there's just a lot of really great promotions going on at the dealer this month and really every month. So if you do get a chance, stop into your dealer periodically and just see what they have going on, because we really do partner with our dealers and really work with them on some of these promotions. So if you get a chance, check it out.
Awesome, Amelia. Thank you. Thank you. We love when there is a 0% financing. All right, Cindy, I'm bringing you back up here.
Okay, so it is sewing my second color of my auto quilt sash border. And once that's done, we will flip it over and align the second piece. And once that's done, I'll finish it off on my own and show it on another show.
Wait, we don't. Cindy.
I can't hear. I'm sorry. So
it looks
is just about done.
So while she's doing that, a couple people are asking about screws. I see your question, and don't worry, we'll get to that. We just want to see what Cindy's got here. So.
Okay, so it is now ready for me to connect up. I'm going to flip it back over to my screen here so y'all can watch what I do.
All right.
And you'll notice that I've got flashing lights going on. But my message tells me, is it okay? The embroidery's finished. Is it okay to connect the next pattern? Well, I want it to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and say, okay. This time, since it knows that it can still fulfill this pattern within the hoops that I have, all I'm going to have to do is adjust my angle. It's automatically going to connect it to the other piece. I'm going to touch okay. And now I need to, if I want to adjust my angle a little bit, and I do because I don't think I want that leaf right there on that edge. So I'm going to take it up just a hair. And we're going to say embroidery. And it's ready to go. That's how easy it is to get this to line up. I was amazed I was successful the very first time I did one of these. And now it's ready to rock and roll.
So, hey, Cindy, a couple of people were asking you about screws. So maybe like in a second, you could just pause it and show them.
I can go ahead and pause it and we'll flip back to the other camera. Okay.
Somebody just had a couple questions about screws, and I know that there's a lot more to that. And you're going to be on Facebook Live next Thursday, the Thursday after. Sound like Groundhog Day, right? Yeah. But you're going to be doing a lot with this 10 needles. So do you want to just briefly just mention?
There are screws that attach your arm to the machine itself. The magnetic frame doesn't use an arm. So you basically attach it direct. Thanks, Coleen. You attach that directly.
Coleen. Wonderful. There you go.
And once you attach it directly, you use the screws that you would to put your arm on it to attach that to the actual project, to the machine. Sorry.
Yeah, perfect. And then I see just a few more things on here. So if you guys have any questions, we are going to this is the close to the end of our video. We could be here for days, by the way. I think, wouldn't you say, Louis? I know Louis could be here for days talking about his favorite features, but everyone wanted you to go do a wardrobe change in between here so we can see another one.
Okay. Well, see, then I'll have to do that next time. I'll be back. I promise. I'll be back in. We'll plan for costume changing.
I'm sure his closet is full.
Definitely.
Exactly. Yes.
So Patty would like to know, what is the size of the magnetic frame?
It is 14 by 7 and 7/8. 14 by 8 is what we would technically call it.
Yes. And I'm just scrolling through here. Ella says, how long does it take to finish a design? Now that's really, that really depends on what you're working on.
Yeah.
The size of the quilt, the 2-color, multicolor design. Yes, you can do a large quilt. So please don't think you're doing a wall hanging or a table running. You could put a king size quilt.
Yeah, you could do up to a king size quilt. It all depends on how much time you want to spend doing something. I did something small so that it was in a reasonable time frame that we could complete it. Most of the patterns take at least about 2 to 3 minutes to complete the embroidery for each section. So if to go around that little piece that I've got, it may take me 30 minutes at the max.
Do you know what I've been working on those? Patty, I'll get to your question here just a second. But I've been making little ones. I know I keep telling everyone I'm just infatuated with making things for the kitchen, even though I don't cook, but I can sure make it look good. So I have been making these placemats out of that, and the borders look amazing. You would think I spent all this time. So every holiday coming up, my husband's gonna be like, really? Maybe add a cookbook to it. I don't know.
But he'll appreciate a nice table setting. We might say that, okay, guys, we do say that, but we honestly do appreciate the effort and that it was nice and that our friends talk about, oh, how nice that was. And, you know, but we never tell you, but of course we do.
Well, thank you. Thank you. All right, Patty wants to know, does the new cap frame come with the 1050X?
It will work with the 1050X. Yes.
It will work with the 1050X.
Yes.
Do you want to see what it looks like?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going in my hand.
Awesome.
Oh, look at that.
It's pretty beautiful, isn't it?
That's
and
really...
it's so nice, convenient to use. I'm going to take the clips off because I just actually pulled this off. And I can just pull it right out. So this is the part that you would normally clip. Just looks like a little headband, and it just slides right over the cap, and you line it up with the teeth and the brim line, and then attach it to the driver. It's very, very convenient to use, and it works with every kind of cap I've tried. And I tried flat brim. I tried those cheap caps because those are the hardest to do because they never turn out right. I've tried it with everything, and I am in love. I am in love with this.
So there's another, so this was the end of our video, but there's still so much more to tell. But Cindy, you got that other one laying around?
Oh, I do. You know I do.
This one is, this would make me buy a 10 needle just to be able to embroider my jeans.
It is so awesome, and it's so easy to just stick it on there and put it on. This is not a frame. This is a support for your frames. So if you have something that you don't want to put on the big table, you don't want to put your flat table on, but it needs support. You can just pull the lever down, slide it over your tubular arm, and then this pulls straight out. And when you're done, it will slide back in. And it folds flat and sits on your stand when you're not using it. It is so cool.
Cindy, turn it so they can see the little black things on it, because this does not budge. I don't care what you can have a great big jacket like I did on, and that arm stays rock steady.
It's like having extra hands. It's like having a helper in there to hold it up.
It is a wonderful
It is truly an extra set of hands. It just really is really nice. I don't know how much better to say it. It is just super nice.
It's very nice.
It's a great supporter. Yes.
Louis, what do you got going on in your hand there?
Well, I mean, Cindy, that was the tubular taper support.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so when you're working on something such as a heavier sleeve or something like that, or something heavy that you need to, that really does help when you're doing embroidery on a sleeve.
Oh, I
Okay, this
love
is not
that.
iron though, so don't anyone say anything. Yes, I know. You wanted a costume change, so you got one. It's not ironed. I don't know what to tell you, but that's showing you what you can do.
And
Awesome.
that the tubular frames table works with any tubular machine. So the Persona, the PR6, the 6 needles, the 10 needles. There's no update, nothing that needs to be done to make it work. It just slides on there for you and it works. So it's great.
Absolutely.
Really
And I see a couple
let's say you're using a hoop like this. This is one of the new frames from Durkee that Brother has an exclusive on. It's how wide is this one? I think it's 8 by 14. No,
14 by 14.
By 14. I don't remember exactly. My brain is not there. 12 by 14. Thank you, Lewis. That you jogged me. 12 by 14. So it's meant for the 6 needle machine. It can be used on a 10 needle machine. But if I'm doing something that's tubular and I don't want to have my big table up, the tubular frame support works beautifully for supporting this along with the weight of my project.
Which that's awesome.
We also have, for those that let's just forget those people who have the Personas. We have an exclusive with Durkee frames as well for a new Persona hoop, which is an 8 by 14 inch hoop.
Ooh,
wow, that
nice.
really expands the field. Wow, really expands the field. So,
very nice.
That is a Brother exclusive with Durkee at this time.
And that's done by flipping, right, Cindy?
That is done by rotating and flipping.
Mm-hmm.
And just in
You
case you
have
guys
to have
don't,
software in order to, you would have to be able to split your design. So that would require software of some sort.
Joanne, what do
just
you
a
have
little
behind
tip
you?
with the Persona machine is that's our standalone single needle free arm embroidery as well as quilting machine. But that machine also can do Disney.
Yes.
So it's a very cool machine. Please visit our website because you can see on the Brother website videos about the Persona. Just in case you're like, well, what is a Persona? Please make sure to check it out on the website and on YouTube. Oh my God, it's a cool machine.
Very affordable too.
Candy wants a replay. What size was that hoop?
8 by 14. You rotate your design. So it stitches out the first half. You rotate the frame, pop it back in, and then it stitches out the second half. It has to be divided in software though, in order for it to actually work on the machine.
All right. Speaking of software, Cindy, you have a Facebook Live show every Tuesday, and you're always doing software, ScanNCut. The software guru is what I call you. But Cathy, will you hold up that one? Do you still have that outfit next to you that you showed at the beginning?
The what? Oh, the little dress?
Mm-hmm. The one that you drew on the ScanNCut, because I think a lot of people have rolled in here later, and this is just precious. I just want to show this one more time. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So this was cut out on the ScanNCut, the fabric, but before the ScanNCut cut it out, it drew lines on here. This was just a beige fabric, and the ScanNCut cut the lines on there. And then we took a picture of a bee and sent it to the machine and had it digitize the bee.
I love that. I love that.
Yep. So cool.
Turned out so cute, Cathy.
That's very cute. All right, do you guys have anything else to share? I think there's a few more questions rolling in, but this has been, I cannot believe, it's almost been 2 hours. Holy cow.
Wow. So much fun.
Awesome, guys.
So
awesome.
much fun.
When you're having fun,
Forget, I think there's just a couple more questions I want to get before we take off. Everybody's saying, amazing, amazing.
I know we had a lot of dealers on here too. So call up your dealer, run, don't walk, get there, because they've got more than some of us have at home, because Brother likes to ship right to the dealer. So all of the sewing enthusiasts get to have their pieces and parts sometimes before some of us do. But I think pretty much everybody's stocked up and ready to demonstrate and show these items to everybody. So.
Absolutely. And Debbie, yes, you can watch the replay. So when we're finished live, which will be in just a few minutes, if you're on Facebook, you can come back to Brother Sew's Facebook page and watch this. If you're on Brother's YouTube page, we're on Brother YouTube for the sewing side and the crafting side. The replay will be there. And you could also, if you're on Facebook, you could just share it to your page. Also, if you're on YouTube, if you subscribe, it'll show up next time we go live, because we go live twice a week and you'll never miss one. I think that's fantastic. So Patty wants to know, is there a live show for the embroidery software? I'm ordering it and can't wait.
I have one every Tuesday at 3:30 Central. I actually feature different softwares. If you go to my Facebook page, you'll see a lot of different software programs that I've covered during the month.
Definitely. And Teresa, classes. Yes, there are a lot of classes. Well, we have the free Facebook. And for those that buy the Luminaire 2, XP2, there is a upgrade package that you can purchase with that. It's not technically what it's called, but I do have a Luminaire class, master class, that is included in that. So it's not with every XP2, so ask your dealer about it. This is the first time ever for this, and it's really, really cool. It will walk you through the machine. But you can also go on YouTube. Cindy, you have classes. What about you guys? You all have classes, don't you? Well, usually you're teaching in person, so I have to ask.
Usually we're in the store with you.
Yeah.
But,
right now we're doing a lot of virtual. So, check with your local dealer to see what their schedule is, and you'll be able to see one of us, hopefully, either at this point where it's pretty much virtual and offering different types of classes. So make sure you're on your local dealer's mailing list so that you get notices about that.
Okay, perfect.
We were also able to demonstrate some of these things and mix it into our projects on the upcoming brother-sponsored It's So Easy TV show, which actually debuts today across the country. So watch for some goodies there too.
Yes, and so It's So Easy. You can watch older episodes every Saturday here on the Brother Sew's Facebook page.
That's right.
But otherwise, it's on PBS, Create TV, live streaming. None of those are affiliated with Brother, by the way, but they are the main sponsor of the TV show. So
you'll see this outfit in the future too. We can talk about that maybe next time, but.
Awesome. And Joanne, you're coming on. She has a free design of the month if you go to Brother's blog. I think if you go to blog.brothersews.com, there are so many free projects out there with older machines, the newer machines, everything.
Yep.
We try to keep
something for everybody, all sizes of hoops, all different levels of machines.
Gandy wants a Brother Santa Christmas box. All right, so Joanne is great. Cindy, your Facebook page is?
Cynthia's Embroidery. I was real creative with my name.
So before we go, so in case any of you have never been here before and you haven't met a lot of the brand ambassadors and the educators, Coleen.
Hello.
Say hi. Do you have a Facebook page where people can find you, or any place? Or
I don't. I should, but I don't.
You'll find Coleen on some of the virtual events at the Brother Dealers, which are awesome, by the way. Awesome.
They're fun. They're fun.
Cindy,
I'm
where
looking
can people find
you?
Cindy, where can people find you?
Cynthia'sEmbroidery.com, and my Facebook page is Cynthia's Embroidery, and my YouTube channel is Cynthia's Embroidery. Like I said, I was real creative when I was naming my business.
You were smart. I started with Angela Wolf and everybody else took it. So then I've got Angela Wolf Fashion, Angela Wolf Couture, Angela Joanne, where can everyone find you? You could,
if you Let's Go Sew with Joanne Banko, if you Google search that, you'll find everywhere that I am. Facebook, YouTube, and my website, letsgosew.com.
Wonderful. Lewis?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, if you Google YouTube or Facebook, Louis Carney, and it's Louis and Carney, it'll pop up any of my past and previous videos and promotions. And then also our new site is tributemask.com. So, and also on Instagram.
Wonderful. All right, Cathy.
No, I don't have any Facebook.
That's okay, because the other thing is you are a Brother educator as well, super talented, and you will see her on some of these virtual classes, which seems to be, I think that's going to be a trend for a while, but you can always keep your fingers crossed. You might see her in person soon.
Yeah, right? You get a chance to see Cathy in person. Make sure you see all her samples too. Same with Coleen, same with Lewis. All the brother educators that travel with a trunk load full of beautiful things to show you. Cindy, right? Cindy knows that too. Yeah.
Definitely. You can find me at angelawolf.com, and all of the links to YouTube, Facebook, Fashion Sewing Club, all of those are there. So angelawolf.com. I won't even go through the slew of the other things. And I just see, and by the way, thanks. Bella said she likes my top. Thank you. Thank you. So Candy just has a quick question. So the magnetic sash will only work with the Luminaire and the 10 needle.
Yes.
But it's any needle. It's any 10 needle.
Any 10 needle. Any 10 needle. Once that firmware update.
Right. And yeah.
But the firmware update has not happened yet, to be clear.
No.
Not for the
So,
10.
you know,
Coming
don't
soon.
buy it and think it's going to work immediately. That isn't how it works.
Coming soon.
The cap frame works with any of them right now. That new
wonderful.
cap frame works right now with any of the tubular machines.
Excellent. Everybody's saying thank you, thank you. Arnell loves the dress that you made, Cathy.
Oh, thank you.
Evelyn, congrats on your new Luminaire. I think questions. So everyone, thank you for joining us, brother. Thank you for letting the brand ambassadors and the educators take over your page and share the behind the scenes from B2B. And don't forget the 0% financing that Amellia was talking about. Call your brother dealer, and they have so much more than we're even showing you here. We're just showing you the best of the best that's new for this year. So keep watching. You'll see us all live on the Facebook page, and you can always message us. So, hey, it has been
Happy
so fun
sewing.
hanging out with all of you and all of you and all of you.
Thank you,
Thanks for
Angela.
joining. It's so
you,
good.
brother.
Thank you for having us,
Have a
Angela.
great everyone.
Sewing day.
Bye.
Bye.